All right, here with the latest in tech news is Dr. Vili Abraham of the marketing department of Sapir Academic College. Hello, happy belated birthday. We have the same birthday. Woohoo! Okay, so we're talking a lot about the iPhone X and the whole facial recognition feature, but it seems to be kind of drawing some kind of controversy.
Yeah, well, there are controversial issues surrounding the technology, but first I'd like to say that it's used in different applications, meaning you can use it, for example, in the airport to identify travelers. It happened to us now when we travel to London, and it's great because they can do it, the technology can do it better than people. Okay, they put your passport picture close to a machine that is able to scan it, the facial recognition technology, and within a second it can recognize you.
So they could use it to really, like, for security and policing?
Exactly.
Is that kind of like the future of this technology?
In China, people can buy things, food, by smiling, and the technology recognizes
Like it recognizes if you're, like, for real or not?
Exactly. One of the problems that we had formerly is that it was two-dimensional, meaning even if you just put a picture close to it, it'd be able to identify it, meaning you don't have to be a real person. So somebody can just snap a shot, a picture of me and put it next to the system and be able to recognize me, meaning I don't really have to be there. But now Apple has coped with the problem.
Right, but also, I mean, like, on the flip side, it also kind of feels a little bit of an invasion of privacy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want someone, when I'm at the airport, looking terrible, like taking a picture and then, like, knowing about my background, you know?
Exactly. Well, it's really interesting whether they can know something about your background, but I know that it's just used to identify, to make sure that it's really you, the person that is on the passport, the picture is really you.
Yeah.
The thing is, with Stanford University, they did an interesting study. The technology was able to differentiate between a straight man and a gay man.
Wow.
81% accuracy, more than a human is able to do this. And this is really concerning because, first of all, the technology can tell us something about our intelligence, maybe something about our political views, and it could be a source of discrimination in the workplace. So we have to be really careful, meaning a lot of upsides, but also potential legal and ethical issues.
Right, of course. Okay, now let's get to brick and mortar losing foot traffic, but also being helped in a way, like a good solution.
Exactly. Well, first of all, regarding online purchases, in the States, consumers spent $350 billion in 2015 online. In Israel, 12 billion shekels, which is a lot, and it's expected to increase. But on the other hand, a lot of retail stores are closing down because of the traffic going online. By the way, this year, about 8,600 retail stores are expected to close.
Wow.
More than the 2 previous years combined.
Wow.
This is really serious. And in a response, a lot of brick and mortar stores are opening online stores. Now, this can help in many ways. First of all, it increases the level of engagement, stronger brand loyalty, and it also increased sales. Now, it's interesting that people who buy in a physical store and are also able to, people who buy online but then could go to a physical store and pick up the item, they spend more in the physical store. For example, JCPenney reported that people spend $50 more in store after making purchases online, and it also goes the other way around. So if people buy online, they buy more offline, and the other way around.
So which of the stores, like, so what are some examples of brick and mortar stores? Is JCPenney?
JCPenney is one.
So what is a brick and mortar store?
Brick and mortar means a physical store.
Okay,
now,
so it's not like a certain kind of store, like versus, like, the big chains versus, like, smaller.
Exactly, it's just
so
a physical
any
store.
physical store.
By the way, in order to attract people from online retail stores to physical stores, because we're losing a lot of foot traffic, then they started introducing smart technologies. For example, smart mirrors in stores, where you come into the fitting place where you can try on your stuff, and then there is a radio frequency machine that is able to scan your items and offer you other things that you can buy.
So does that mean technology is not, like, kind of what it's cracked up to be in many ways?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really, look, the Y generation wants to buy things online sometimes because it's really convenient, but they prefer...
For me, I'm the X generation. I want to touch it. I want to, like, go into the store, like, the experience of it, you know?
You're talking about the need for touch.
But we're aging ourselves,
exactly.
you know? Like, we're not cool.
Well, it also, well, I don't think so, but it just depends on the items.
Right, of course. Like, there's certain things that if you already know that you buy, it makes more sense to get it delivered. Right, but if you're going shopping and want to, like, see what's out there, you got to feel if it's good quality. It's hard to tell. Okay, now let's talk about Facebook is moving in on LinkedIn's market in the business sense, right?
Exactly, and this is really something interesting because a lot of people who are new, let's say even people like me, new researchers, you need sometimes mentors. You need somebody to tell you know how to publish, where to publish, and we need mentors, and it's really difficult to find them. So Facebook is bringing the solution along with LinkedIn, which also introduced it recently. And the thing with Facebook is that this step fits in with the ambitions of its leader. Which wants to raise job prospects for people around the world. It will also build its reputation, bring more people to its job listings, and of course increase user engagement.
Okay.
So these are...
So there's like, you know, there's nothing really to lose with this because we're all like struggling to, you know, so many people now doing startups need advice.
Exactly. People
So
have
nice.
something to offer. Some people need advice, and they'll offer the place to do it.
Okay, now we got, I like this one, a keychain allergy detector.
Wow, it's amazing. A lot of us have allergies for different things, and it could be fatal. I mean, if you eat something with sesame or so this device is really small. You can attach it to a keychain. It costs about $150. Not really expensive, and it can analyze the properties of the food in 10 minutes. With different devices, it can take much longer. And this is how it works. You place a bit of food on the end. It's called antigen extraction device.
I know, I saw this. I'm like, say that 10 times fast. Integrated exogenous antigen testing system.
It's inserted into the device, and within 10 minutes, it can tell you whether there are allergens, whether they're present, and how much of them.
That's amazing because you go to
present.
restaurants. I mean, people that have allergy, like cereal, like peanuts, gluten, like they can't go out to eat
Exactly.
because you know, I mean, a waitress doesn't always know, so it will literally like tell you if it has nuts or it has like those types of things.
What was
I mean, that's a
interesting-
lifesaver.
It is. What's interesting, they tested this with food that was supposed to be gluten-free. And with this device, they dictated remainings of gluten in the food, which could be really fatal.
And it's how much did you say it was?
About $150.
$150. So, I mean, it's, you know.
It's reasonable.
It's reasonable. I mean, an
and it's worth
iPhone
it.
is 10 times as much, so, you know.
Yeah, $1,000.
Wow, very interesting. I mean, this is going to also help the restaurant industry, you know,
Very
because I
much.
mean, there are so many people that have like serious food allergies now. So
The restaurant industry can consider maybe buying a few of these and offering this as a service.
That's not a bad idea.
Can
All
attract
right.
more people inside.
Good to know. All right, thank you. It's
a pleasure.
Happy belated birthday again.
Thank you. You too.
Woohoo. All right. Meanwhile, Einstein and other Nobel Prize winners may roll over in their graves with this story. Harvard University held the Nobel Prize Spoof Awards yesterday. The 27th annual event honors the best and worst in science. Examples are whether cats are liquid or solid and how holding crocodiles brings you luck in Vegas. The goals of the event is even still to encourage people to think in unusual ways. And coming up, an American woman chosen by famed Prime Minister Golda Meir as one of the 10 young female Jewish leaders. Now, after 3 decades of activism, our next guest is still making a difference. And the secrets of getting up for morning sex. And a giant leap for mankind. A probe in Saturn's atmosphere just dissolved, but not before sending never-before-seen pictures of the ringed planet.